You got one? Is it full?
Full.
That mother mag ratchet shit just keeps coming off. Ooh. Get you? Ooh. Colorado, the car was really fat. I fucked up and didn't put the car back in first gear after my burnout. Took off in second, which not only put a bunch of fuel in there, it licked it down real hard. And I think I polished the pistons, polished the cylinders because a lot of blow by and the car just kept slowing down. Fast forward to Tulsa, same thing. The car just was slow, wasn't running right. Wasn't sure what's wrong, so hauled ass back to the house. Started taking things apart little by little. Can't figure out what's wrong. But I started seeing trash in the motor. And I started finding weird issues that didn't make any sense. So I started pulling the bearings out to inspect the bearings, and they're full of trash and cutting grooves. Like the bearings were awful. Worst set of bearings I've ever had on a motor I've owned. Went ahead then, pulled the heads, pulled the lifters apart. We just found our problem. We had there's a roller bearing in there that holds the cam in place. It was in the wrong side, which moved the cam farther back, but it had the lifter off in the lobe of the cam, which knocked the hardness off the hardening off of the roller tip, and also the cam itself was beating the cam apart, which filled the block full of trash and almost caught the entire engine. We caught it this close. It was bad enough that these are my bearings. Those are awful. That's the worst thing I've ever seen that I've ever had. So pretty much found it last minute, decided to go ahead and come to Texas. Overnighted parts, overnighted a cam, bought a bunch of different stuff to make sure I had everything. Now we just got through ball honing the cylinders and scuff them back up, and got through cleaning. We're going to final clean the block, and then we're going to start actually assembling the motor again in the middle of the pits, day of the race, because that's how we do it. We're not going to miss a race because we're lazy, so we're going to get to work. Your cam rod bolts in the back of your cam. This is the part we had installed incorrectly. It almost cost me a motor. I don't know how it made it 14 runs without chewing itself apart, but we got lucky. This is the cam gear. Bolts over that. This is the old rods and pistons I had. These are my new rods. They're GRP. Miscellaneous parts I've accumulated the past couple of years. The cylinder heads and the oil pan and rocker stands are over there on the bench. So just for reference, typically, this is what a bearing looks like before it gets destroyed when everything gets fucked up in the motor.
They're rolling the main bearings to... I don't want to talk. Why you got me talking? I don't do this shit. Yeah. I don't do that shit. Let me tighten up the crank bolt. Just trying to loosen off of it.
But we are putting main bearings in it because Kamikaze messed up the old ones.
There we go.
Trying to fix it now right now.
Chris is hard on shit.
Okay?
Keep rolling.
Oh, you're good. I just want to make sure it doesn't get tight.
How long you gonna leave? I got those caps in the freezer.
Maybe bring me one of them. Any, just take your pick.
After the previous week, everything we found wrong with the car, I just thought there was some small things that had to freshen up. Like I said, it led to the whole motor being trashed based on some stuff we found. Long story short, the cam wasn't shimmed correctly. A lot of the Hemi camcorders, which is, start with a piece of steel like this, and they cut it, grind it, do all this different stuff for your cam lobes and all that different shit. Did everything I could in my shop, loaded everything up, shagged out here, got here past 2 a.m. last night, set the pit up, 5 a.m., started working on the car. Got like an hour, 2 hours sleep around 8:30, 9 o'clock. And fast forward till now, Scott Palmer, which, man, hats off to Scott. You know, top fuel racer, NHRA, Scott Palmer. Kind of has a background like mine, like a working class, low budget guy that made it. You know, he's a badass dude, super nice, did a ton of stuff for me and my guys here, helped us degree the cam, had some tools I needed, loaned me a few parts I didn't have. He's the one that found out the issue with the cam because he's built 9,000, he's top fuel guys. They're building like 8 Hemis a weekend. And they helped me set my heads up. They've got like a little cylinder head station, set my springs up, got the whole deal done. So I'm chasing the threads, I'm fixing to stick the passenger side head on. I'll do the same thing, driver side head, we're gonna put lifters in it. Then we're gonna stick rocker stands in there, put the push rods in it, set the blower back on this bitch, put oil in it, make sure everything's good, and bust this fucker off tonight. So pretty much come to Texas with nothing, half the parts, completely tore down motor in the car, nothing even close to running, overnight of stuff, got it done. I bet by 8 p.m. this evening, this thing will make noise.
Listen to Chris Big, Travis.
What'd you say? I'll bet you me more than I bet you. Especially Bob. What? Especially Bob. Bob's being a bully. There's a guy here named B3 against bullying. I'm going to tell him he's a big giant.
Is that what he's wanting a donation for?
Jesus. Thank you.
Give me a minute.
We're in a fucking hurry, Corey.
Look at that.
I'm trying to race this son of a bitch this weekend.
Anything done that much slower, you can't even reuse
Sure
it.
as fuck wouldn't me.
Yeah, I know.
You wouldn't.
No.
Ryan?
I'm against that too.
Trying to, you know, hurry. Corey's down there chomping
That's
the
Uncle
bit.
Bob.
Was it?
Uncle Bob.
That's Uncle Bob from now on. That's sticking. My other friend Bob, Dirty Bob and the boys, because Corey is dirty and Bob is dirty. You're pretty fucking dirty. You start rolling that up in the end. Your mama's dirty.
How you got there? That black is ready.
Let's get the blower on this motherfucker. We'll compare silicone. We don't have the blower.
Yes, it is too, Rudy. I cleaned it.
You're not ready, Bob. You're putting on there, mister.
Okay, that's how where my dog comes.
Okay, there's that. That thing's fucking tight. The crank pulley is not tight. Pull line is tight.
Yes.
Is the inlet tight on the pan?
Yes. I did it.
So we gotta get headers on. We go blower. We can do headers. They can do the rest of the shit in the front.
So you
Stab the mag.
So you cleaned the whole bottom of the cord?
Yeah, we just. Oh, great. Okay. What, me and you
So-
put that on there?
Well, remember, when you set it on, you can't set it all the way down. They gotta start with some of the intake bolts.
I don't have to go out four times. I don't know why you do that. Make it hard on me.
Well, I gotta be down as low. I stand up.
Bitch, you're like
I'm
2
even. No, I'm
you're
even.
fucking 2 inches taller than me, max. Easy off. Just don't drop the blower. You sacrifice your life for the blower. I can't afford this motherfucker. Great. Yeah, you go backwards too. Damn, where you gonna drag me?
What, motherfucker? I don't know.
I'm like 2 steps to 1. You're
Set it down.
crap. Where's the actually, you know what? What's wrong with the wire? Yeah. Now, are these the breakaway or the intakes the breakaway? Which ones are like the hollow ones that pop? Is it the intake or this? Is it the blower? Is it these or these? What's the horsepower on this one? It's pretty much the same thing as a top alcohol car, so probably like, what do you think? 28, 3,000? That's over 3,000 probably.
Sweet, man. That's awesome, man.
Thank you, sir.
Y'all gonna make it past tonight?
Fucking right.
Right on, brother.
We're gonna go like that till I do.
All the way to the bumper.
That's the back. That's not fucking. That's not like
Right?
Yeah.
Right on, man.
One thing I'm good at. So was that weird ass high bench I had there? Yeah. Ask her. What the fuck's on this? Why is this thing being a bitch? Wait, it's got some glue on the hood or something. Nope. Let's silicone it right here.
Okay.
Look at a bunch of guys just running around in circles working on stuff real fast. Is that what it looks like? That's what it feels like. You got Corey, you got a fucking Valdez down here. Biggest mess I've ever seen. Grind up. Just don't cross-thread the motherfucker. Everyone. They're in there. They're in there. By the belt covers. I feel like I put this fuel pump on fucking 7 times. Son of a bitch, come over this fucking thing. What time is it? Ooh, 8 o'clock's our cutoff. For what? Fire this motherfucker. Who made an 8 o'clock cutoff? We're gonna start this bit. Go. What the fuck is that? Don't do it for you. Son of a bitch, all the way out of the car. My bad, bro. I hurt.
No?
Don't lie.
Right there.
Okay, so that's still 25, right? Well, with my shoe. Did you see that? My fucking shoe. Like it? Like it, bro? Sure? Where you going there? Go ahead. Pretty damn close, dude. Right there's like dead ass. Right there's money. Yeah.
think I did.
So you learned it from me then. Let's make it up. Ready? Up there, I'm gonna find a bumper there.
I'm not doing that. Hey, when you do it, just hop so you don't ground it.
People,
there you
people
go.
do it, it's just not me. I put it way up there so make sure you get it off there.
Make sure you get the other video.
Okay, this is just red. Hey, Bob. Can I get that mechanical hole pressure gauge and lift it up? Is that a racetrack right now? Just watch the number. I mean, I'll let you run right along.
Actually, hey, if you wanted to start it, check check the first mag, pull them all the way, it dies. Because really all you're trying to do is make sure the phase is right, make sure it runs, doesn't do anything stupid. You know, put 45 to 1 press.
Good? Are you gonna do this or not? What are you laughing at, Bob? This guy's up here talking. Are we good? No,
You're grabbing a hold of
Scott, you need the valve off? You don't turn the valve off, or leave the valve off. Maybe getting that on camera. Get bottle in. Who's driving the bottle?
Let me flip the switch. Oh, you already did?
I already got you.
I didn't do it.
I'm flipping it. Yes, I got it.
All right, ready?
Let her have it. What the fuck is that? Is that your deal? What's that fucking thing? You hear that? Oh yeah, those are like some Ace Hardware bolts in that thing. Just saying. like some zinc coated stuff. Is it on the mag or trigger? It has no fuel or anything in it at all. Try it again or not? Yeah.
This will be this one, that's the main.
So it'd be right here. This over here.
Let's start now. Top secret.
what's the sign here on this one? This
This goes way behind.
just learn it. Just learn it.
Just changing the phasing.
You got your other hour?
Nope, you don't have it.
This is Sharpie. Not a new Sharpie. Sharpie. Turn it with the balance. Not white marks supposed to be 0. You got mark on the mag?
Go ahead.
That's about the worst place for a mag clamp on. Yes, it is. Maybe.
Our marks.
Yeah.
Lumber. It's right in the center. I can tell this thing had fuck all should be fine, right?
Yeah.
It's in there. So.
That's just battery.
No, it should charge. We just have to. No, once it was swollen, dude. Oh, once swollen? It was swollen. So we're fucked? I don't know yet. It's supposed to last out here. No, fill it. No, fill this side. It's swishy. Look at it. Fill it. Right here. I can't reach that, Bubba. Get on this side. All the arm I got over here. I need fucking gadget arm. We got any extra
Steps still. We got one extra battery in the case. We have
Ooh, that thing's fucking weird.
Not one of those.
God damn it. This car's fucking hurts like the elbow was. He was doing all right until we did that here. It definitely needs 12. It needs 24 for it to work with the shit. How do I do that? Where can I get batteries? Where are we? We're in Texas?
How many battery packs we got? Are they strong enough?
You guys put battery packs in your shit to run your electronics? Like your race pack?
Well, not a ton for the starter.
Is there anything, what's in your, is there anything in your field car that is? Oh, I rented it. Yeah, I rented it. That's not enough though, is it? Bubble.
All you really need is one 12-volt battery. Start it with starter.
Oh, start that. Shit, the spark's sitting right there. Right now. Really? I mean, one 12-volt. This one well, did it? I don't know. Want to take the deals off, put it on one?
You got a deal? Check it.
Like a volt meter? Battery checker? I got a volt meter, not like a battery checker. I'm gonna check and see if it still got 12 volts. I really want to tell us how the cells are doing anything. Yeah. I bet this thing will.
I just know this one didn't swell. This one did, so that one kind
You
of.
want to take that metal thing off? And
This one's still hung.
You want to do that thing? Take that metal deal off and just use that one battery? You're gonna weld that one. Well, that's the ground. See how I welded it last time? That mark on that strap.
That was power. The thing is, we're gonna have to extend that too to get down here.
Son of a bitch. I'll turn it around. That's ground.
No, this is power.
That's power?
This is
Okay. Yeah, they're serious.
ground will reach.
Try the one battery that's good.
Will it work?
Yeah, we just have to make the wires reach.
But hold on, so if that's power though, one of these is just it's separate. Is that the one that goes to the race pack and stuff? and one goes to the starter. And whenever you kill the switch, the starter still stays active.
Yeah.
So,
Whichever one goes to starter, just don't even
Yeah.
worry about it.
you think it's that big one, or you think it's this one?
Well, which one was hooked up to here? Because that's battery my band. That was, that's why I wanted to start. Kept it going.
Showing you fine chasing.
Well, this would be power too, but that's serious.
Yeah.
Just the starter still good?
We reset the crank trigger, the whole 9 yards. Still wouldn't start. Plug, unplugged everything, plug it back in, fire it on the mag, still working. Like every time we take this mag out,
Fucking not happening.
it doesn't work. Like 3 times.
Same like you did last time.
Unplug it, plug it in, over.
Last time we were sitting there, we were like, fucking right, we were run. It was like midnight. They all had been working all day, and I was there for like, I was going for 5 days. We were like, fuck it. That's when she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, are you really gonna sit here and not go to the fucking race? Remember that? And it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock on like a Thursday. And I was like, we can already load for 2 hours. She was like, I just know what you're doing sitting here. So we loaded the bitch, all that South Carolina. Got my 5 points. It wasn't the look, catch can's empty. It's that fucking line in the back of the intake. Look at that thing right there. None of the oil was there. It's coming to that line. Hey,
Man, it looked awesome, dude.
you rolling?
It was rolling hard. You left, it was squatted, and you can see the chatter, like the tire on the ground. Like
Dude, like no matter what, taking a fucking loss sucks dick. But it's Mike Bowman, who's a bad motherfucker. And then after all this shit we did, if it wouldn't have shook, I'd have got him. So, dude, for putting a motor in this thing brand new, like I said, taking a loss sucks, but the fact this bitch is happy, and we had it way turned down trying to get down, we got a race car. Like it's way better than it's ever been. That was a fucking race, sir.
Oh my gosh. So where were you? Because I could never tell. I was wheels out pedaling.
I think in the beginning, I got out just a tad, and then you fucking came up here.
Yeah.
I plugged it in second, and it started chattering, and I was like, no! I was like, no!
I know.
And it started going, I was like, you're right there, and then I clicked it in third, and it was like this, and I was like, damn, dude. Honestly, for me,
It was close.
yeah, to be next to you, for building that motor, I'm pretty happy. I hate taking a loss, but dude, good race, man. That's pretty cool to get to race you, man. That's a big deal. That's badass.
It's good for me to race you. Come on now.
That kid broke your fucking deal off your bottom of your floor at Hibdon's.
Oh, I laid in that motherfucker good. Oh. What'd they say? They weren't
They
gonna
said
fix it.
it was already done.
They weren't gonna fix it. I was like, the fuck it
I don't
was.
know where it's gonna come from, but motherfucker, that better be back fixed on my truck probably.
I told that guy that.
It's a piece of plastic like
Yeah,
this big.
I said, I don't care where you get that. If that fucking thing's not back in my truck before I leave, we're gonna have a problem or something. That guy took it off his truck. Remember?
Yeah.
He went and took it off his own fucking truck.
Fuck, people want your autograph, dude. I don't fucking get it.
I'm nice, Corey. You should show it.